Hi, it's Linda Watson here. I am an independent Norwex consultant, and I wanted to share with you today a little bit about our laundry detergent and how to care for our microfiber. So, to start with, I wanted to do a little comparison with some of the leading brand detergents that are out there and that you can pick up at grocery stores and the rest of it. And first of all, about a year ago, I had decided to do a little experiment here with some of the leading brand detergents and our detergent. So, this is one of the liquid detergents that I put enough for one load in this jar. I actually got this from my son-in-law, and I think you can probably see how murky and gross that is inside there. And obviously it's dyed because it's green. So this was a leading liquid. This stuff here is going to still be, that's what would be in your clothes if you use that detergent. This is one of the leading powders. I went to a um, laundromat and I asked them, well, first of all, they didn't have the little boxes that you could buy. So I asked them for a scoop, which is how they sold it, a scoop for a load of laundry. You can see how the powder has settled in the bottom there. And actually, I was supposed to put all of this in the jar, but didn't. So all of that is going to be in your clothing as well. Then my daughter at that time was using a detergent that was called Free and Gentle. So she gave me a sample of hers for one load, and I put that in this jar, and it looks pretty darn clear, as does the Norwex. This was the Norwex powder detergent. We have powder and laundry, but or powder and liquid, but this is the powder detergent. So they both look fairly clear. So I thought, well, that looks pretty good. So I decided to look it up and see what the ingredients were. And so I looked it up on the Environmental Working Group um, website, and they gave it an F. Okay, so it has a moderate concern for asthma, respiratory. It has some concern for skin allergies and irritation. It has some concern for developmental and reproductive toxicity, low concern for cancer, and a low concern for the environment. So it really doesn't score very well. Most of our laundry detergents can be laden with chemicals that can be linked to health problems, ranging from hormone disruption right up to cancer. So it's something that we have to be really careful about because the average household does about 8 loads of laundry a week. So not only is it affecting our health and our family's health, but it's also affecting the environment. And fabric softeners as well are very toxic, some of them, and they have a lot of bad ingredients in them that are hard on our systems. And they have quats in them that are actually promote drug resistant bacteria strains. So we don't need any of that. We've got enough going on. So the stain removers have potent chemicals in them and that cause respiratory problems and reproductive and developmental toxicity. So, and the scents are full of chemicals. Whenever it says fragrance, it's just a bunch of chemicals that are not needed. So, with our laundry detergent, a lot of it is what is not in it. Now, Norwex has a no-no list. That's what just fell here. And this is their little pocket guide to their no-no list. This is the actual no-no list. And it has a list of all the ingredients that they will not use. So Norwex has products that you can trust, and they never compromise when it comes to the quality and safety of our products. We meticulously develop our personal care and household products to be super clean and super effective. So how do we go so much further than simply restricting harmful ingredients from our products? We have our own in-house product safety and regulatory team trained in toxicology who pioneered the Norwex 360 product review, a robust ingredient and formula analysis. So you can say goodbye to CMRs. We review absolutely every ingredient that goes into our formulas to ensure we never use any CMR substances, those that are known carcinogenic, mutagenic or toxic to reproduction, or known endocrine disruptors called EDCs. So we know that they're standing by what it is that they won't put in the products. So our laundry detergents are free of all kinds of things that the other ones have, the additives. So they, first of all, are biodegradable surfactants. Those are the things that do the cleaning, and they're biodegradable. No phosphates, no sulfates, no chlorine bleach, no fillers, no optical brighteners, no animal testing, and no dyes or fragrances. So in here is detergent that does the cleaning. It doesn't have all that extra stuff. It doesn't have the smells and all the bells and the whistles and all the rest of it. So it just does a real good job of cleaning. The package says 100 HE loads. I find myself that I can get more than what the package says. It depends on your water. It depends on the where you live, and it depends a lot on the size of your load and also how dirty it is. So anyways, once you start using this though, you find that you don't have a buildup anymore of the stuff that was in the other detergents. So I get away with using anywhere from a half a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of this powder laundry detergent. I mix it with a little bit of water and I put it in with my in my liquid dispenser. That's the way I do that. Our other option is the liquid laundry detergent. Now it's the size of a shampoo bottle. So if someone has an issue with storage space, and then also, excuse me, also especially for people that have trouble lifting the big containers of liquid detergent, this is amazing because of the size of it. It's so highly concentrated, and it is enzyme powered, and it is also the USDA certified bio-based product, just as is our microfiber cleaner that we'll be talking about later. So you know there's nothing that is not safe in there. So it once again has no phosphates, no sulfates, no chlorine bleach, no fillers, no optical brighteners, no dyes or fragrances, and not tested on animals. And what's great about this is it's pre-measured, and for a small HE load you use 1 pump, for a medium 2 pumps, and for a large 3 pumps. So it's very simple, easy to use, takes up no space, and it works on anything protein based because it's an enzyme powered product. Also, we have our microfiber cleaner. Now, our microfiber cleaner is awesome for use in between loads when you have just a little bit of microfiber that you need cleaning. You can use this, and it comes with a scoop, this size here. And if you do about 10 claws at the same time, and you would use a scoop. So if you're only using 5 claws, use a half a scoop, okay? And you put it in the hot water in a basin or in your laundry tub, and you use that or let that soak for 20 minutes to a half an hour, and then rinse it out really well and dry it in the dryer. And then you're all set. It's ready to go. You don't have to do anything further, or you can choose to put it in with your laundry at that time after you've just given it like a pre-soak then. At least you have that choice. Also with our laundry products, we have our stain remover. It is great for removing blood, ink, that kind of thing that doesn't come out with something else. It's kind of like almost like a gel. It's liquid, and it's almost like a gel. It's a thick liquid, and you just rub it onto the spot wherever it is. It did take out set in oil stain on one of my tops, and I didn't think it was going to work, but it did. So because it had already been through the dryer a couple of times. And anyway, so you just leave it on for 1 to 5 minutes, give it a good scrub underneath add a little bit of water and give it a good scrub to bring up some suds, and then throw it in with your laundry to have that done. The other product you can use for your laundry is our Odor Eliminator. So if you have some stinky workout clothes or from sports or anything like that, you can add 1 capful of our Odor Eliminator, put it in where you would normally put bleach, which you won't use anymore with our microfiber products. You wouldn't use any bleach, you wouldn't use any fabric softener, and you would make sure you didn't put it in the dryer with your linty clothes, because the microfiber will pick up that lint, okay, and then you'll be picking it off there forever. So anyway, so that's the other product. I also use either our Sportzyme, which is our strongest enzyme powered product, and either use that, or our Odor Eliminator, which is diluted 1 to 7 in our spray bottle. Okay, so sometimes for those materials that like the spandexes and things like that, when you're using them for yoga or dance or whatever, sometimes they hold on to an odor. So I find if I spray these, even sometimes right after I take them off, if I spray wherever I feel there's an odor on it with this or the Sportzyme, that really helps with keeping odors down, because then after you wash them, this has already been to work, and it's once again, it's enzyme powered, so it will work on anything protein based. So if there's any sweat or odors of any kind there, it will eat away at that, and it'll help keep your laundry fresher. Okay, so the other thing is that there's all kinds of uses for the laundry detergent, the powder one in particular. I have make sure that I always keep a salt shaker beside my bathroom sink and beside my kitchen sink with a little bit of the detergent in there, and I can sprinkle that on my makeup remover cloth or my kitchen cloth or my counter cloth, anything that I think needs just a little bit of extra, or in between the washes, just needs a little bit of freshening up. So it works really well, just a sprinkle. And also then for drying your clothes, because we wouldn't want to use the fabric softeners that can be extremely toxic, we would want to use our dryer balls. So we have two options. We have our silicone balls, which come in a set of two, or we have our New Zealand 100% New Zealand wool balls that come in sets of three. Now, they both serve the same purpose. They just lift up the the clothes that are in the dryer. They lift them up and separate them so that the hot air gets in between and it dries the clothes faster. So I recommend when you start using the dryer balls instead of fabric sheets that you reduce your dryer time. I tell people to just cut it in half, take out whatever's dry, and then put back in the stuff that's a little damp, or don't just leave that in there and dry that for another 10 minutes or so. So if, for example, if you always dried your towels for 50 minutes, start off at 25, and then you'll be saving some electricity as well. Don't store these in the dryer because if the cold air is always venting in from outside and then you turn the hot air on, they could crack. So this is my original set of dryer balls that I've had now for 7 years. And I've had many customers call me and say, "Oh, Linda, I think I need new dryer balls because the nubs on the end are getting really dark." Well, that means nothing. It's just dye from the clothes, and it's not changing how the ball works or anything. So I just tell them you don't need them. Mine are dark too. So that's just the way they go. So don't worry about that. And with a little trick with the wool dryer ball, someone told me if you still have static electricity, you can put a safety pin in there. The biggest reason for having static electricity is over drying. So just make sure that if you do put clothing in together that is different types of material, the ones that dry faster, you want to make sure you get them out of there as soon as they're dry, because if you leave them in and they keep on drying more and more, they get over dry and then they cause static. So that's the biggest concern, the biggest reason for having static electricity. So anyways, that's kind of it in a nutshell, just a little bit of information about what is so good about using products that don't have a lot of those additives and things in there. And if you're still unsure about what you would like to do as far as your laundry detergent goes, then just double check, look into it, see what the ingredients are, and check it out for yourself to see if those are things that you want to expose yourself and your family to. And yeah, if you have any questions, certainly you can get a hold of me through my website at www.lindawatson.norwex.biz. Thanks for listening. Bye.